Hi guys, nice having you all here today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or you've been viewing but you've not subscribed, please take this time to hit on the subscribe button, also the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. After this young father, a lot of people know him. He's King Felix Nero and his wife is Queen Nero. His wife just added another age to her age and he celebrated her on Facebook where he gushed out a lot of loving things to his lovely, beautiful wife, and that was just less than a week ago. But a lot of people are shocked to hear this coming from the same man who went publicly to celebrate his beautiful wife who has 3 kids for him. And these people have been married for the past 5 years. But it's been said that this young man has been abusive to his wife, and not just being abusive alone. To make matters worse, he's been unfaithful to this woman. Imagine how this woman will be living in that kind of a house. Some men just beat their wives, they go drink and come back home. But some will do the worst. After beating her, you maltreat her. At the same time, you still unfaithful, having affairs with other women outside your matrimonial home. Why do some men go to the extent of treating women like they don't matter? It's so sad. Sometimes you will not understand the pain women go through except you come into that house and witness it for one day. Then you would see that when women go through domestic violence, it's not just a thing to play around with. And in some situations, some women are the ones putting themselves through this pain off and on. And it just came to our notice this morning that this same man who just celebrated his wife now went to her father's house, because this lady, people were even surprised to see her with her kids moving back to her father's house. This is just a man who celebrated his wife on the 3rd of June. And what is today's date? Today is 10th. Look at what this man posted on his Facebook page. This King Nero guy. He wrote this about his wife. "You are the most adorable person in my life. When I look at you, all I see is perfection. I have never met another human in the world that is as strong, passionate, enduring, smart, intelligent, nice, loving, and caring as you are. You are the very person that is my addiction. You are the very one that makes me smile, even through the darkest moments of my life. Despite all I did to you, your forgiveness and love was there for you to offer. You are one person I can't ever dream to live without. I want to use this means to let you know that I love you so much and will always love you. As you mark your birthday today, I pray that the blessings that come with it cause our love to be more beautiful, stronger, and amazing. Happy birthday, world's most loving wife, aka my big baby." This is what this young man posted. That's King Nero. He went further to post the picture of himself, his wife, and his 3 kids. Said, "You guys mean the world to me." Meanwhile, last year, it was also alleged that he had an affair with his wife's cousin, Ejiro Praise. You can see the extent some men can be very, very messy. You did not go outside and travel far away to go and do your dirty, horrible, deceitful act. You came back to your wife's family to come and carry out this horrible act. It trained last year. Some of you might have heard of this particular story because this King Nero guy, he's very popular in his community. A lot of people know this young man. And at that time that the news went viral, a lot of people got this information and they held on to it, knowing that this man is a very terrible person. This happened in Warri, Delta State, Nigeria, because that is where they live. And it didn't stop there. A lot of rumors started going around that King Nero has been beating his wife, that she's been going through domestic violence. But the wife didn't say a word. It was just people around, neighbors around that knew this was happening, that started spreading this rumor. But some people still did not accept it because of the way the man will already present his wife and his kids. He will give an impression that he's the best husband and the best father. Unknown to some people that this man has been maltreating his wife, he's been beating her up in the house, he's been giving her pain, and at the same time having affairs, even to the extent of having an affair with her own cousin. But this became too much for the wife. Just last week, she had to move away from the house due to the domestic violence and her husband's infidelity. She went to her father's house in Asaba, Delta State. She was there, and this young man, King Nero, decided that he wanted his wife back, that please she should come back. He had to plead with many people. Even he came out on social media. Maybe some of us might have not followed this particular story. He went out on social media recently and started pleading with people that please they should beg his wife to return back home. And that was when he now posted her birthday on June 3rd and even lavished sweet words, all the sweet talks that he had in his mouth. He posted it just to give an impression like, oh, this woman is the best for me. Look at this beautiful wife. But a lot of people got shocked today as to what this young man went to his in-laws' house to go and do this morning. After he pleaded, before he went to his in-laws' house, the wife now told her friends and some people who came to plead with her that okay, she would return back to her matrimonial home on Saturday. But her husband now went to visit her the same day that she had said she would come back. He didn't wait for her to come back to the house. He went to make trouble in her father's house. What did this young man do? Guys, the pictures are very, very graphic. They are really graphic. This guy went to his in-laws' house and chopped off his wife's nose. Guys, isn't this very, very horrible? It's horrible and at the same time very disgusting. You can imagine how someone would do something like this. Now took off her nose. The wife quickly went on social media. She posted a video. I'll be leaving the link in the description box below so you can hear directly from his wife. She said, look at what Felix did to me. Showing her disfigured nose and even part of the nose that he chopped off. Who does this kind of a thing? You would even hear her kids crying in the background and calling their mommy. Why are some men so wicked and inhuman like this? And however, a lot of people who have seen this video are so outraged, they are so angry. In fact, so many people are calling the husband out right now. They are ready to even beat this man up just watching this video. However, this same sick man, because I can see that this man is sick, for you to do this to your wife obviously shows that this man is not okay. He didn't even respect his in-law. He never even gave the father or the mother of this lady respect. He went to her father's house to go and commit this horrible abomination. It's an abomination because you just made her father and her mother look like nothing before you, and you went there to commit a crime. This is a very big crime. He went to Facebook now to continue his atrocity, and he has asked the public to forgive him. You can see the kind of human being this person is. He's looking like a manipulator. He will manipulate and then he will go back and do what he wants to do. Right now, he has come back again on Facebook to ask for the public to forgive him for everything. And he told his 3 kids that even in death, he will still love them. He went on to tell people not to judge him, that only him knows the pain and the depression that he's been suffering for years. Look at what this guy went again to write on Facebook. He didn't just end it there, but he wanted the public to understand what is happening to him. Guys, let me read out what this guy posted on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, King Nero, you're going to see this. He wrote this. Whoever is seeing this, just want you people to know what I am about to do is the best for me and my mental health. Can't bear this pain and frustration anymore. I know my kids will be fine. And also, Faith Ogenekebe, that's his wife. I wish you all the best and I hope you find a place in your heart to forgive me for everything I brought upon you and the kids. Even in death, I will always love you. For the past 3 months, my life has been hell. Guess I have to end it here. Posted with heartbroken emojis. For those that stood by me this period of pain, rejection, frustration, suffering, tears, I love you all. It's so painful. The center could no longer hold it. As for my kids, I know someday you will all see this. Just know that daddy did this for the best to make everything work. I love you, my baby Million. I love you, Melvin. And my little baby king's wife. Daddy love you all. I want to go somewhere I will find rest and leave this wicked world that is full of unforgiveness. Do not judge me. I alone know the pain and depression I have been for months now. Rest. So this is what he posted on his Facebook this morning. And at the same time, it's like this guy is trying to take his own life away from him, because this is reading an expression of what he claims he's been going through, and that he wants to leave the world. He wants to go and rest. So what is he implying? But a lot of people are now calling on his wife to put their differences aside and seek out a husband to prevent him from committing suicide. That is what so many people are out there saying now, that she should be the one to go and stop her husband from committing suicide. Meanwhile, some people are saying they should allow him to commit that suicide, that is the best thing for the wife. That otherwise, that if this man doesn't commit suicide and the wife returns back to him, that the next thing we're going to hear is rest in peace for his wife. But the question is, why is it that some men do this to a woman you say you love, a woman that has brought kids for you, a woman that is there for you no matter what the woman is doing? Really, they are not perfect beings. In as much as he would say the woman has fault in her, he also has fault in him. As human, we all have one fault or the other in our lives. One person may be enduring our inconveniences. The other person may find it hard to endure the other person's inconveniences. That is how life is. And so for those that find it hard to endure their partner's inconveniences and weaknesses, then some of them decide to take the laws into their hands, and some men will turn their wives into hot bag for them to keep punching like they are in the gym. It's so sad when you see how some men will go to an extent of treating their wives like they are some kind of piece of paper that they will just get, squeeze and throw into the garbage. It's so bad. All right, you would hear the pain from the wife's voice. I'll be leaving the link in the description box below so you can hear directly from the wife. So you would watch this video and hear from King Nero's wife. That's Queen Nero. It's so sad. And look at kids. And it's so painful when you hear these kids crying in the background. Imagine how they felt seeing their father doing this. How would you carry yourself to your in-laws' house to go and then bite off her nose? You went there to harm her, and then you're not coming back on Facebook to tell people not to judge you. You alone know the pain you're going through. If you're going through pains, you're struggling with things internally, why don't you go and seek for help? Why then go and push it on your wife? He is giving an impression like this is first time because he's been going through some things for the past 3 months. But a lot of people who are close to them said the wife has been going through domestic violence for a very long time in their family house. That is not just a recent thing. He didn't just start it. That is being on and on. Then why is it that some women don't speak up? Okay, you can imagine. She was about going back to the house. Guys, come to think of it, what if she has gone back to the house? What would have happened? I'm sure we all know how the end would have become. Alright, look at, she didn't even go to the house, and look at the extent this guy went. Then it obviously means that this woman is not safe at all. Whether he ends up doing what he's planning to do to himself or not, I think the best thing for this woman, which everybody is saying, is no matter what happens at the end of the day, that if the man ends up coming out from whatever he's trying to do to himself, that she should never return to him. Because if she eventually returns to him, that it will be her corpse they will go and pick up from the house. And that is the best thing what she did for her life was to run away. Some women will stay there and feel the man will change. And at the end of the day, her family members will come and take her corpse from the house. Please, if you're out there, this is a lesson. You can all see that this man has guts and he can do worse. For him to go to her family house to do something like this to this extent, obviously means that if they are alone in their own home, the extent the man will go will be worse than what he just did. Women out there, mothers out there, we can see that this woman had to run away with her 3 kids to save her life because she has seen that it has gone out of control. It has gone out of hand. There is no point you stay in a domestic violent marriage. Not even your own father or mother would encourage you to stay with a man that is battering you up and down. Speak up while you can. Run away as fast as you can. If you don't have family members close by, or if you don't even have means of running away, it's better you go somewhere, meet people, go to where a crowd of people are, talk to someone. There's no how people will not hear your story and would not want to help you. They will be ready and willing to assist you. Please don't wait until your head is cut off halfway or your arms are cut off before you speak up. Because some of these men, when they start beating you, they would not want to stop. And the very day they've made up their mind not to stop, you should know that they will beat you until you take your last breath. When you hear men do these things, you'll be wondering, how do they feel when you're hitting these women and they are crying and begging you for help? Some will be bleeding and you watch them bleed. Some your kids would even be there watching you do these things and crying. Some kids would even go and hold their father. Their father will push them away and keep beating the woman. Why then did you marry her in the first place? If you feel that whatever you felt for this woman is dying away, then it's even better you let her go than beating a woman to pop, beating her like you're fighting with your fellow man. It's so sad and annoying. I don't know if some of these men put these women in the shoes of, what if this is my mother, or what if this is my sister? How am I going to feel? Maybe if some men start reasoning or thinking that way, especially those men that are into domestic violence, probably that will make them stop. It's painful when you see women go through things like this. And how long will mothers, women suffer like this? As I'm speaking with you right now, some women are suffering the same domestic violence and they're still in that home. Please, seek for help. I'm sure your husbands are not home 24 hours. There are ways for you to seek help. You don't need to stay there and watch and wait until he changes. Most of these men don't change. At the end, they turn out to be worse. Please, seek help as fast as you can. Mothers, wives, there is no point you remain there until you take your last breath. Because at the end of the day, what you're trying to avoid will be the same thing that would come after you. It's really sad, but we're glad that Nero's wife is speaking up, and we're also glad that she never went to the house eventually, because if she had gone back there, only God knows how her end would have come. Once again, speak up, mothers, wives, if you are going through domestic violent marriages. Or better still, run away as fast as you can. The earlier the better. If you have kids, make sure you go away with your kids. There is no point to remain in such marriage. At the end of the day, it may not turn out to be what you expect. Friends, please, before you leave, do not forget to hit on the subscribe button. Also the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.